I said if more black girls cannot. I'm sorry, black boys cannot appreciate black hair if black women don't. And when we see black girls teasing their hair, playing with their hair, it is a sign that you appreciate your hair, right? That's why it's like I haven't seen that my whole life. Like growing up, basically, I thought black girls hated their hair, right? I would see black girls do this
I think I
with
was
their
fixing
weave. That's not what your hair do. That's
when
not
you
what
look
most
at
black hair
the
do.
camera, you like fixing it.
Yeah, so when I see black
Okay.
girls, see, like I used to be in class, like Marcus said, like I suffering through. I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to go to the military, but the war had just started, right? So I used to be in class. I used to be in class looking at all the sexy ass girls, and there was this one girl, man. College was an experience. That's where I met all the women. Like that was my first introduction to women. And these girls from DC, they all in Philly, they all wore natural hair. This girl used to tease her hair. I used to be back like, good God Almighty! Wait, I'm gonna get this
Really?
woman here. So yeah, when y'all appreciate your hair, it helps men appreciate it. So we love women that play in their own hair. Yep, sure do.
How y'all feel about Sierra making an independent song?
She's a
I
dumb.
hate
I'm
it.
sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know why she did that. That was just dumb.
I
You
never,
think she want to be
I still
single?
didn't hear it.
Women need to pick a side.
That's crazy.
They
But
need to pick a
I
side.
mean, did everybody feel like that with Beyonce making her song?
The man
What?
did.
Or is
Which
it
one?
just because it was Sierra?
What song
And
are you
I mean,
saying?
No,
y'all have an
no,
issue with the husband and call him a simp? Because I think
no,
that's really the
no,
issue.
Which
no.
song of
So
Beyonce's are you talking about?
single
She
ladies
got
or
a
what?
bunch of songs
Single
related
ladies is talking
to
about he should have put a ring on. That's totally different. That's saying you want to be
Uh,
married. He should
she
have put a
did
ring
Single Ladies. She did
all
Freakum
the single
Dress.
ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
single ladies, oh, this
To the
the
left.
message
To the
is
left
he
was
should
the
have put
real
a
one
ring
that
on it.
blew
She
us.
wanted to be married. That was the point of single ladies.
To the
Huh?
left really pissed us off. I even
Yeah.
had a phase where I was like, I'm not dating nobody that like
Oh, because
Beyonce.
she
Wait,
because she
So,
did it because he
so,
give her bullshit. What are you
so this
Did
is
y'all
not
not
even.
hear the
This is not
lyrics of
even.
Freakum Dress?
Oh, which
This is
one?
not.
Oh, I don't know. Freakum dress. I don't
I
know
don't know
that.
why it
She was
doesn't
with
feel
a
like.
man putting
Yeah.
on a Freakum Dress to go get
Get
attention
attention
and
from
applause
another
from other
man.
men.
Oh, so I don't
Mhm.
know that
So, so the weird part about it is that all those songs, most of those Beyonce songs, are pre 2010. I don't think I was mature enough to kind of understand what was going on and appreciate it at that time. Definitely wasn't married. Definitely wasn't thinking about it. I think Sierra is getting the flack from people in her social age group because now we are married,
I was
and we're
cheating.
like, what?
To the
And
left was
not only that, you can actually do what you want to if it's in one of those like senses where you're singing a song that was just written. The issue is that you're also the person that wrote Sierra's prayer saying that bullshit. So now that's something that's widely adopted by women and they're bigging you up. You're doing it. You actually did that so people could want what you want. So you took the extra mile to say, this is the mindset that I'm in and the side that I've chose. And this is what married women do because when you say single women keep women single, dumb married women keeping women single now too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Because
true.
what they want to do is be married and get all the benefits of that. Go to all the Jack and Jill meetings and the mom meetings and all of that type of stuff. Then when it's time to pander to that side because they don't want to lose that group of friends. I personally believe that as if you're married, if unless you have a very specific group of friends that are pouring into your marriage and always speaking life into it, you need to dump the rest of those friends. And
Wait,
in order to stay in with those friend groups, they just jump on the side of toxicity and say stupid shit like Sierra did. I can't
I have a
stand that.
question. I have a question specifically for you, Trigger Mike,
Yes.
because we had this conversation earlier. Why are we not talking about how this is the algorithm and this is what the industry wants her to produce instead of putting the blame on her for perpetuating something that is damaging to the
No,
community?
no, no. She is trying. That is a perfect example. It is a perfect example. She is either writing or she either wrote that song or co-wrote it. I wanted to come out so we can look at the credits and we'll have this discussion. She either wrote that song or co-wrote it to a group she's still trying to impress. She can write other songs. That's what I'm saying. We were talking about Tank. We talked
Wait,
about Tank. He can write a song for, he's married. He can write a song for that, but he still wants to write When We Smash. He still wants to write those type of songs. She can write any other song. She just doesn't want to.
right. So does she not want to do that because the formula that the industry has given of what success looks like has projected that, or is she writing those songs because those are her true feelings?
So I'm telling you, she's writing it. She's writing all of that.
I'm acknowledging that she's writing it, but what I'm saying is she writing it because the industry has told her this is the formula that works for the demographic that you're trying to. This is what is going to bring in money.
Yeah.
Or is she writing it because she wants to talk about her feelings about being?
I was gonna say I think she's still in development and she's just writing a bunch of songs to submit, right? And I don't think she realized that her brand has transitioned. And the funny part about it, not only has her brand transitioned, the people that she's writing to change their mind about how they feel about her. They're letting her know she's transitioned. So writing that little clip of her saying all that stuff, the pushback is people letting her know we want to hear different stuff from you. So now the label has more incentive to push. You can't write songs like that no more. Your group wants to hear you say different things.
So yes, so the demographic has changed their view on her, but that doesn't answer my question of is the label telling her this is what you want to push and then reacting to how people are reacting to it?
No.
Or is she out here writing it because these are her sentiments and this is what she really wants to portray?
I think she's writing and co-writing with I think she probably has creative control. At this point in her career, she's in development with a writer and a few co-writers. And so that's the funny part. It's not the label that does it. You just kind of gave me an epiphany. This is like, you know who's responsible for all this shit, which is crazy? It's Neo. All these songs we were just talking about, Neo wrote like more than half of them. It's so they give him the creative control to write songs that are catchy and in the moment of what people are talking about. So in that narrative, she should have been like, I'm not saying that stuff. I'm not an independent woman, but she just let whoever had creative control run it. It's not, because I don't think y'all understand that white small hat people do not know what's up in the black community. They need us to tell them.
Okay, so are we?
And when they what do you call it? Focus group. They just do what works.
Okay.
And what gets the highest.
So I hear what you're saying with that, but then on the other side of that, we've heard Black women in the entertainment industry also talk about how damaging it is when they're considered difficult to work with. Mm-hmm. So if she's out here saying, I don't want to sing about that, I don't want to talk about that, is that not putting yourself at risk to lose opportunities?
It could be. I've definitely seen that happen before.
So
it actually just depends on who you are. I was gonna say it just depends on who you are.
But somebody like Sierra,
Beyonce could do it easily.
Right. But Sierra's not a Beyonce, right? Like we can all acknowledge that. So like when we say that there's like this system that perpetuates something, like this is what we're talking about, right? It's the fact that she could say that, but then she's at a place in her career where she would be risking her career and being labeled difficult and would not be given the opportunity to do the things, to grow into a place where she could have more creative control, right? So I think it's not that it's like, you know, somebody sitting in an office and being like, this is going to be the strategy of how we destroy Black families. I think there's so many
that has happened.
Yeah, there's so many little checkpoints that lead up to that, right?
I think Sierra is signed to like Uptown, and the one thing that I keep forgetting, and this is why I have to debunk it, is that all of these A&Rs, go look on LinkedIn to my old A&R that I used to work under with Def Jam. I think he's with Interscope now. All of these A&Rs are Black. All of them. So if anybody's pushing it, it's them. Tim Glover's Black. Amy Wiggins is Black. Oh, I'm sorry. Amy Wiggins is white, but she's like VP at Atlantic. But they hired all Black A&Rs. Like I told you, they don't know what's going on. They need us to tell them. So they hire all Black A&Rs to give creative control, to hire writers and all of that. And somebody said it in the chat too. It's not just Neo, it's the dream. So it's the A&Rs and the writers that give all this content out to these people to sing. That's why I'm saying there's no agenda from white people to destroy the Black community. It's Black people doing it to themselves.
One last
I don't believe
question.